They drove for about 45 minutes or about an hour. You know, when your face is covered, I think you lose quite a number of senses.
Yeah, because
So even the trace of time is a bit blurred. But maybe 30 minutes to 45 or about over 1 hour thereabout. Then what I remember, the establishment we entered, I had a slide gate. Push to the side and then we entered. Then they led me to a room. I never saw the other gentleman again. Then someone holds you on your arm and then keeps telling you step. Then you have to use your foot to see if there's a big step or small step. Then they led me to a room that was a bit
dingy,
stingy and stinking a bit with urine or something like that. You know, I don't think you've had the privilege, I'm sorry to call it that, to be in a police cell, but there is that car smell that welcomes you there. It was the same. But after that, they removed my chest. It was a normal room with, you see, with a bathroom setup, but no bathroom, no toilet, no nothing. It has, the tiles are above human height. When they give you like a small bucket, Nomi bucket or detergent bucket, put it in one of the corners.
Where you're supposed to ease yourself?
They don't tell you what to use that bucket for. You have to use your brain to know what it is for. But I used it to ease myself when I had the chance to. And then they looked and told me, welcome to your new apartment. And they left. But then, after some few minutes, maybe 10 or 15, another 2 people, but not these ones. Because when they opened my face, it was just 2 people there. But now the other 2 that came after this had left. They were different people. The door opens and, hey, Tabs, you're here. Okay, now we have a gift for you. I said, okay, thank you. You can wear this T-shirt. It was Muhoozi 7's T-shirt for this previous campaign, protecting the gains, is it?
Yeah, protecting the gains.
But they were a little bit calm, so I took them for jokes. I told them, thank you for the gift, but I can stay with my clothes. I don't mind. Said, but now, Tabs, we want to give you this T-shirt. We take a picture and we go and tell Muhoozi to forgive you. I told them, forgive me for what? I don't have anything that I've done against that guy, so forgive me for what? They told me, okay, but maybe when you need it, we shall not be here to give it back to you. And they left. They closed and left. It was a man
So you never put on that?
I never put that T-shirt on. But I think I should have. Because the other 2 guys that came with their faces covered undressed me. Sudio. These guys
they stripped you naked, or?
I don't know what language I can use to make it make sense. When I was born, I didn't have no cloth on me, yeah?
Yeah.
These guys made sure they recreated how I was born. Undershirt, T-shirt, shirt, whatever I had on my body, they removed it and took pictures of me. Sudil, I have a family, Sudil. I have a wife. I have my parents-in-law. My parents died. But I have parents-in-law, Sudil. I have friends, you know. But these guys took pictures of me and showed me the pictures and told me, look, Tabs, the moment you post anything anti-government again, we're going to post these pictures. For a moment, and they left with my clothes. For a moment, I felt broken. But after a while, I said, now, maybe these guys are not going to release me. They are going to post these pictures while I'm in detention, because I didn't have any hopes of being released. So they left with my clothes, and it was dark. There's a bulb, there's light in that room. But There is no switch.
They just...
So the light goes on at their convenience, especially when they are coming to interrogate you. So, or they're coming to do anything or whatever. So they took like maybe like 4 or 5 hours. Now I did not know whether it was already morning or if it was night or if it was what time. I didn't have no gadget on me. They told, no, before the other ones who took my clothes left, they told me, is it you they gave Muhoozi t-shirt and you refused? Okay, give us your clothes. I just kept looking at them. Then one of them came and put off my clothes and took them. I didn't hesitate. Took pictures and then they showed me. They said, "Don't you me?" I just laughed about it and they left. And they told me, we were told you have microchips or whatever, or chips in your body. Put them to use. They were speaking in Luganda this time around. And they left. So I stayed there. Now, Sudil, this place is tiled. I've told you.
It's cold.
Bro, it is super cold. And then you have to sit in one place. You're alone inside there. There is also a CCTV installation in there, by the way. So you have to sit in one place so it can become warm.
And remain there.
And remain there. But then, by the time the place gets warm, your body has lost it. It's tired. So you have to stand up. Then try to move around. Mind you, you're naked. And then, at a certain point, there's a sales guard who doesn't leave. You can hear him outside.
Outside the door.
The place is locked, closed, yes, but you can hear him outside. So he comes and then he again opens. And now there's a woman there and a man in military uniform. Their faces were not covered. And this woman was holding a machine, a barber's machine, hair cutting machine. But now this gentleman, who was the sales guard, told them, so what is new with tabs? And they tell him, we are here to take his hair off. This guy told them, I have not yet received those instructions.
So in other words, they always get instructions from someone.
That's what he told them.
Okay.
So you will not get access to my inmate. But when he opened a bit, and there was a woman's voice, I tried to hide behind.
Because you are naked.
I was naked, bro. So after a while, they left. But the woman saw me naked. And they left. They never came back. So I think after a while, they brought me a cup of porridge. The sales guard opened and gave the porridge to me. But this time, while I was giving me porridge, he wanted to also take the bucket where I had peed out. So he enters, then closes himself inside. And this guy tells me, Tabs, nze kumanyi. Tofayo, no one is going to cut your hair. Because when they said they're going to cut my hair, I think he saw I was a little bit broken. So he tells me, Tabs, I know you. I'm your fan. I even follow you on X. But no one is going to cut your hair. No one is even going to beat you. So I felt a bit relieved. I asked him, but why don't you give me something to cover myself?
Sorry.
And this guy tells me, the only thing I can give you is this thing that I'm waiting to cover your face with when they're taking you for interrogation. He had a scarf on him. This same scarf, I think when I was released, you saw it. I'm sorry, it gets a bit emotional.
It's okay, it's okay.
This scarf was the same scarf I had when they took pictures of me at Natete Police. I'll get there. I didn't see anyone mention about Natete Police, but I was at Natete Police for some time. So, this guy gives me the scarf, and I was now torn between whether to use it as a blanket or as to cover myself, or as a cardigan, but I just tried to, it is small, but I tried to wrap myself with it, and I sat in one of the corners. These people were asking me, your age, what? And I'm there seated, down, naked. I told them, and then they told me we are going to, they had like a tray with syringes and all that. They told me, we are going to take your blood sample for DNA analysis. I asked them why. We want to see if your DNA is linked to some crimes of sin. I said, but I thought that I have to consent to it in the presence of my lawyers. I said, hey, you're still playing. Let's just take the blood. I just stretched my arm. And they took 2 samples of, 2 syringes full of blood. I think there are 20 mils or something. I don't know about all that. So that night, the same night when they took my blood samples, another team of like 4 comes in. They open, then they pick me. They gave me a trouser. I couldn't, because they covered me, then they told me, put on your trouser. But it was not my trouser. It was like a tracksuit of sorts, like a warm suit, something. So these guys, they hold you and then they lead you to some place. Then they led me, but we walked. Then into what seemed to me like an elevator. Then they led me into a certain open place that when you enter an open place and then they are talking, you can feel. And he told me, okay, down, 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 I sit. I sat down on the ground. Then they kept me covered and then handcuffed me again to the back. And they told me, want your feet straight. And I was seated down with my feet straight. And then after like maybe about 5 or 10 minutes, I could hear some people walking. And then people told me, yeah, Tabs, finally you're here. We thought you are invisible and all that. Then they asked me, we're going to ask you our questions. Make sure you tell us the truth, or this will be the end of you. I said, okay.
Thank you so much for according us your time, Mr. Tabs.
Thank you, Sudhir.